Have you ever felt like self-improvement hasn't given you any progress? Like you've been putting in the effort, you've been consistent for the past months or even years, and yet you don't see anything to show? Because, well, I have, and today I want to tell you how to get through that feeling and see the progress that you're actually achieving. So, in order to begin this process, you have to first actually, struggle it, Like I've gone through it. I've been on self-improvement for a few years now, and there's been many points where I still do the same habits, and I look back and I don't really see any change, and I feel like I'm wasting my time. And a lot of these times I've actually been really close to just saying I give up and I'm not going to bother anymore. But the thing that changed me was these couple of habits that I picked up, and they allowed me to not only see the progress that I was making, but also it put motivation and kind of an intrinsic drive back in me to continue doing the things that I've been doing. And the first thing to understand, think about it like this. Are you showing up more than you used to? Because a lot of times people don't understand that even just showing up provides a lot more value into your life, and you're improving just off that alone. Great example is the gym. If you go to the gym, 4, 5, 6 times a week, and you keep doing that, for the first couple of months, you're not going to notice anything. You're going to look probably the same or very minimally different. And you're going to think that you're not making any progress, when in reality, you actually have made a ton of progress and you haven't realized it yet. So the first question you want to ask yourself is, well, obviously, how long have I been doing this for? Okay, I've been doing this for 3 or 4 months now. So instead of thinking about, I need another year of progress, think about, how have I changed in the past 4 months? And once you write that down, you'll understand that you actually are making progress, even though it's not that noticeable, at least to yourself. To other people, they'll notice it way quicker than you ever will. I've noticed this too, especially with my own physique, because I used to be there's a video way back on my channel. I was probably, I think it said I was 115 pounds, and now I'm almost 140, right? And most of it's muscle, obviously there's some fat involved, but most of it's muscle. And I would have never noticed that progress if I didn't look back at that video and see, oh wow, this is actually who I was, 3 years ago. I never saw that. So it's really important to have that perspective in mind when you feel like giving up and you feel like self-improvement isn't doing anything for you, right? It's that change in your perspective that allows you to see the progress that you actually have made. And I've been there many times. It kind of sucks, but once you understand that, it makes your life feel a lot easier and you feel like you're actually getting something done. The next concept I want you to think about is, how do I do this myself, right? Because you're hearing the stories from me and it sounds great and all, but how does this apply to your life, okay? You're going to want to build in some habits that will help you track your daily progress and progress on a smaller level, so that way when you look back, 2 or 3 years of consistent, at least decent effort, you'll understand why I actually have improved in whatever you're trying to improve in, right? It could be anything. It doesn't have to be the typical, gym, meditation, whatever. It can literally be any habit that you chose to embark on, right? The first thing you're going to want to do is get out a pen and paper and write down one thing that you did well today, right? Maybe you went out on a walk for half an hour and you enjoyed it. It was relaxing. Maybe you went swimming. Maybe you want to learn how to swim. I cannot swim for the life of me. I'm terrible at swimming. I was always the last kid in gym class to go swimming, and I probably still would be. I suck at swimming. I just can't swim. I naturally just sink. I had to in order to float, I'd have to, anyway. In order to accomplish those tasks, right, you have to note down those day-by-day kind of achievements, okay? And those little markers can really help you drive forward into your next day activities, or they can help you continue your habits. I really worded that bad, I'm sorry, but I honestly lost how I was going to word that for a minute. And then with that perspective, you can zoom out and see what progress you actually have made over the time period, instead of just being stuck in your own little bubble and relying on other people to see the progress for you, right? Because ultimately, at the end of the day, intrinsic I call it intrinsic motivation for a very specific reason, is because regular motivation from the outside world won't help you. It's intrinsic motivation that gets you to be consistent and that you can see results in within yourself, right? If you don't have that intrinsic motivation, you should expect to not have results within yourself because you're not believing in yourself to do the thing, whatever that may be. With that being said, I want you to think about this. If you're in that position right now where you feel like you've been going at it for however long and you feel like you're struggling and nothing's improving, you're not seeing any progress, remember that the invisible progress is always happening. It's always in the background, whether you can see it or whether you can't see it. And that's okay. As long as you're taking notes, as long as you keep doing the habits that you're doing, there will be no issue. If this resonated with you and you have your own problems and you want to talk to other people, put it down in the comments below. I'm sure somebody will reply to you. If not, maybe I will. And then we can help each other out and get the best results that we want to see out of each other. So, thank you for watching. If this helped you, like, subscribe. I'll post my videos, and I'll do it on the topics you wish to talk about. Yet again, go down in the comments if you want to see whatever topic is next. And with that being said, thank you, and goodbye.